But anyway, so I get to Asheville. This is like I think like August 25th, August 27th, something like that. I don't remember exactly. And Shiloh there, he's got his own house. He's got a second house where he's going to do renovations, and it's kind of in the ghetto, but the second floor is finished. So I got to stay in the second floor of his house, had the place to myself. It was great. We did a lot of renos in the house when I was there. They did renos, and I kind of just took the garbage out on the deck. So I don't know much about man work with my hands, like doing man things. But anyway, I did step on a nail really bad though, and didn't get tetanus. That was great. And it was so dirty, like it was like this really old house in the ghetto. So the deconstruction part of it was like disgusting. Like I've got a picture of Shiloh with his face just black, and I'll show that to you. And I'll show you some of the demolition pictures as well. But so in Asheville, that was sort of something that was going on. And I also, when I went to Asheville, by that point I totally realized that all the walking I'd been doing and probably lack of good nutrition during the camping phase of my trip, my metabolism had totally slowed. So I wasn't like fat, but I just had like no speed, no power, which I think I talked about in the last set of videos, meeting Carmen in Portland, and not being able to sprint faster than like a freaking like 30 or 32 for a 200, which is ridiculous for me. I've done like a 24 before for 200 meters. And any hills we ran up, I had no power. So I get to Asheville, and it's sort of like, okay, like I should try to rebuild some of my power. So Shiloh was kind of getting bored with his distance running routine as well. And we started doing like pure alactic sprints, like 4 seconds, take like 4 or 5 minutes rest, do it again, like alactic work. I got a video of Shiloh doing like some sprints there for 100 though, so it wasn't alactic for that one. But we were dominant. We'd always do like 200s at the end of our session, like a 200. And my first time I tried the 200, I was like 28, which was better than like the 30 or 32. But I was like, maybe it was 29, I don't know, but it wasn't good. And I was like, I gotta get down to like faster. And I thought maybe 27, maybe 26. And by the end of the time I was in Asheville, which was about 2 months. Yeah, 2 months I think I was in Asheville. Just about 2 months. I was down to 26 again, and I was in flats. So I could probably hit 25 something. So again, I was like, okay, I got it back. That's good, that was nice. Also did some running with the guys there. There's a group of runners there, and that was cool as well, sort of getting back towards that. Tons of music shows in Asheville. I saw like awesome, like almost as good as South by Southwest, except I had to pay a little bit of money, but Asheville's this total freaking like hippie, hipster mecca, so they get tons of bands coming through, and saw tons of bands. It was awesome. I'll give you a list of the bands I saw, probably overshooting while I'm talking right now, the names of them, but it was so rad. Like that part of it was so great. But Asheville's really green. I've got some video of Asheville. It's really green, and my videos are probably mostly when it's sunny, but not my vibe. It's too tucked in. Like it's like this, like I don't know, like you're kind of like really. There's no you in the open space in the sky. So everybody in the world would love Asheville and think it's the greatest place ever, but for me, not for my heart. Like it's not my vibe. The music was great. I had a lot of good times there, but the landscape, not my vibe. But you'll see a bit of that. Another thing we did in Asheville is we went up to the mountains in the Appalachians, and I've got some video of that. Really foggy up there, but gorgeous. You can see some of that footage. So I'll just keep babbling a bit about it. I think it got up to like 6,000 feet. Asheville's only like 2,000, but Shiloh took me up there a couple times, and while I'm talking about this, you can see some of the footage. The leaves are starting to change, which is the big draw to Asheville. The Appalachians, there are a lot of deciduous trees with leaves, so when they change it, like crazy color changes. The video shows that a bit, but it was a bit foggy up there, so not perfect, but I got stuck in Asheville for so long because I'd left my car in Colorado with Shiloh's brother. And me and Shiloh drove up together with Shiloh's vehicle. And Shiloh's younger brother, his girlfriend, flew out to Colorado, but her car was still in Asheville. So I got to drive her car back to Colorado, so I had to wait back, but I had to wait a while for that to all to happen. So I did get to see the leaves change in Asheville, which was cool, because that's sort of like a big event is the fall when that changes. I didn't get the height of it in the city, but up in the mountains definitely. And so Asheville was cool. And it was great to see Shiloh again. That was so cool. So when I left Asheville, I did sort of a different route on the way back. I wanted to see a different section. So I'll talk to you about that in a minute. So I'm just going to kind of review my stuff, and hopefully this all recorded okay. And then I'll come back to talk to you some more in favela land, which I don't know if you can see or not anymore, depending on the lighting. Anyway, okay.